Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 22nd Annual Better Beginnings Mayor's Shining Star Dinner Dance on behalf of Better Beginnings, where we recognize some very special shining stars. My name is Dick Cunningham. I'm back for year number 19. Thank you very much. Along with our patented trivia contest with cash and prizes for travels around the world, and you won't believe the prizes that we have tonight. Virtually everyone will walk away with something that will be truly memorable, one way or another. Music tonight by LeBron, as always. Plus, we have some special things going on around us. Along the perimeter wall, you will see a silent auction. All of the proceeds, of course, go to Better Beginnings. Just begin the bidding or resume or continue the bidding for some of the prizes that are there, picked out especially for this evening and for this evening's group. Directly across from me is a surprise box, and inside the box is a surprise, and it will cost you $20 to find out what is inside that box. I'm certain that the value of it certainly exceeds the $20 amount that is put on there. Also in the corner, you will find a table filled with bottles of wine. Those are also going for $20. And in addition to a bottle of red or white wine that you will find inside, you'll also find that the bottle has a number on it. And that number will be put into a raffle, and a raffle will be called later in the evening for a wine cooler that has a value of over $100. So a lot of exciting things going on tonight. And I would like to begin by introducing our host and hostess for the evening, East Windsor's mayor and the star of Spotlight East Windsor, Janice Mironov, and Hightstown mayor, Steve Kirson.
Stay with me.
Oh, we'll stay close.
Yeah,
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's festivities. We are very thankful that you can be here. Better Beginnings is a tremendous organization, and your support is welcomed. They do a great job for the community. I think you all know that, and that's why you're here. Obviously, for that, you can celebrate the honorees. They do just a wonderful. Give the parents, working parents, an opportunity to leave their children in a great place where they're cared and nurtured and get an opportunity to learn, and prepare them for their journey into their school years. So we're all fortunate to be very part of the evening, and hopefully you'll enjoy the food and the presentations this evening, and don't be afraid to bid very high on all the items about sitting at the table. So don't be generous. And thank you for coming in tonight. Thank you very much.
Okay. It's trying to get them to stay a little close. You know, people want the two towns to be close, you know? So we figured we'd start here, right? Okay. So I want to welcome all of you as well on behalf of myself, Better Beginnings, and Mayor Kirson to this wonderful event. And we're, of course, delighted last year and this year to be back in our rightful place here in East Windsor Township at the great Holiday Inn, right? And they did a great job, so thank you. Good. And I just, as we start out, want to personally thank each and every one of you, because every one of you, in your own way, in different ways, in some cases the same way, you're here to support Better Beginnings, and you're people that throughout the course of the year have been an integral part of Better Beginnings and their ability to provide quality and accessible, affordable child care for many of the working families in our East Windsor and Hightstown area. So it's really a tremendous feeling that you should have of satisfaction for your good deeds, and we're very grateful for them. Tonight is a fun event. It's an opportunity to have fun, to be with good friends and good fellowship. It's also, of course, to focus on the wonderful support that Better Beginnings provides for the children in our community, and to help support them by increasing the resources that they have to do their good job here. So thank you all once again, and we'd like to ask up Liston Abbott, the chair of the board of Better Beginnings, and Liz Horta, the executive director, please to rightfully kick off tonight's event. You're not speaking yet. So. Okay. The timing of the event in April was very appropriate because, as I'm sure Liston and for sure Luz know, April is known as the month of the young child, and we do recognize that in our two communities and have issued a proclamation from the mayor's office proclaiming April as, I know it's May, but really is still April. So, I know you're muttering under your breath what she's talking about, so it's a month of the young child, and so we have a proclamation recognizing that and expressing our praise for the tremendous model that Better Beginnings provides here in our community, in our state, in really understanding and really implementing and really living the month of the young child for all of us here in East Windsor, Hightstown, and beyond. So thank you, Liston. Thank you, Luz.
Thank you.
Ask Mary Molesky from the Presbyterian Church to come up and to provide the invocation for this evening.
Let's pray. Dear God Almighty, Creator of us all, thank you for this evening and the opportunity to gather. Thank you for the opportunity to honor those in the community that have made a difference. Let their lives inspire us all. Thank you for all those that make Better Beginnings the amazing ministry that it is. Bless the teachers, directors, board, and families that come together to create such a wonderful place for the children. Thank you for the food that has been placed before us and the people that have prepared it. May it nourish our bodies and souls. In your name we pray. Amen.
May I introduce the chairman of the board of Better Beginnings, Mr. Liston Abbott.
Thanks, Dick. Good evening, and let me echo my greetings to everybody who's here, and I hope that you have a very enjoyable time. Many of you I've seen for many, many years, and I'm glad that you continue your support. Better Beginnings was started in 1967. I think that was before I was born. And we started with 15 preschool kids. And now, 47 years later, we are accredited and licensed for 99 preschool, pre-K, after-K, and after-school kids. We are gracious for the space provided for us in the First Presbyterian Church of Hightstown, and we charge only for utilities and services. We have to realistically acknowledge that we did not build it all by ourselves, quoting somebody who said that before. We have been fortunate to have had the support of local philanthropies and organizations, businesses, local municipalities, and volunteers who donate both money, goods, and time. You will find many of our supporters in the booklet, but let me call your attention to a few of them. As I call your name or your organization, if you wish, please stand and give us a wave. Among our platinum sponsors are Jackie Bowden, and Jackie is one of our longtime board members. Also, First Presbyterian Church of Cranberry, First Presbyterian Church of Hightstown, and PNC Bank. Among the bronze sponsors are CBSI, who also takes care of our insurance, Conair Corporation, H&H Appliance, the Legends Barbershop, Shiseido, and parents of Better Beginnings kids who have gotten together to become a sponsor. I would like to acknowledge my fellow board members. See several of them over here, many of whom have served for many years, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Dennis McClary is our vice president. Jackie Borden, I mentioned. Anjan Sakir, Dr. Andrew Caligaris, Brian Screws, proud alumnus of Better Beginnings, who's now our chairman of our financial committee. Russell D'Souza, Brian Souther of PNC. Yeah. I don't see our lawyer, Gus Sigalekis. Dennis Daniels, our board secretary. Amy Torres, one of our board member parents. Christopher Infield, Lloyd Wilson, Peggy Acolino, and Warren Wilson. Of course, the most important part and the heart of our organization are the administration and faculty members. Leading the administration are Director Luz Horter, and Assistant Director Brenda Werner. We also have in part of administration Sinaida Alvarez, who's also a bookkeeper, and office assistants Iris Rodriguez and Althea Lois. The classroom staff members are led by Ida Aguirre, Janice Jones, and individual classroom teachers and assistants include Juan Diego Clavio, Vanessa Cobos, Andrea Espinal, Daisy Leal, Mariola Luna, Guadalupe Martinez, Avelina Milan, Jacqueline Porcelos, Bianca Rodriguez, Miriam Watavista, Giselle Troncoso, Mirabel Arescu, who's also a food service manager. And a special shout out to Mercedes Colon Varkers, who she not only serves in the classroom, but she's also the coordinator of this gala, and a terrific job for Mercedes. Thank you all so very much, and again, I hope you enjoy yourselves.
Thank you, Liston. And if I could ask Luz Horta to please come on up. She has a special presentation.
Thank you. Again, it is my honor this year to present the Alumna of the Year. This is always a very joyous time for me, and I appreciate given the honor to do so. By the way, we are in the presence of some prior alumni, Carrie, Brian. Thank you for joining us. Incredible individuals. I will start out by saying that the person that we are honoring today, that in choosing a person, it was both a difficult choice and then a very easy choice. A difficult choice is because the whole entire family is just wonderful. Brothers, sisters, and what's wonderful is how giving they are, not to just this community, but their own individual communities or state. I had the honor of watching this young lady grow through the eyes of her mother, who is also a Better Beginnings staff member, Ms. Brenda Warner. And I can say that that was the easy part, to choose her. If you read her bio, which I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but please read it, because this young lady has been involved in so many different wonderful committees, those that address domestic violence. She's run mentoring programs. She's a teacher, mother, wife, incredible person. And as I said before, it was not easy because they all have wonderful brothers and sisters. And I share this moment with both Albert and Brenda in honoring their daughter, Dorora. If you would come up.
Good evening. Did y'all hear me? I'll say it again. Good evening. Thank you. Better beginnings. Where do I begin? I'm sorry, Miss Janice. I'm sorry, Miss Althea. I'm sorry, Miss Witherspoon. I am sorry, Miss Bell. I am sorry, Miss Kennedy. For the kicking, for the biting, for the screaming, for the yelling, and all the other wonderful things that I did while I was there. I'm sorry. So there's a saying that says, I learned everything I needed to learn about life, I learned in kindergarten. And I disagree with that because I learned it at Better Beginnings. I remember, I actually really remember being at Better Beginnings. I remember learning my ABCs, learning my 1, 2, 3s, the days of the weeks, all those different things. But I also learned at Better Beginnings how to be a friend. I met my first best friend, Serena, at Better Beginnings. I also learned that pain comes with life, but you live through it, because I lost my 2 front teeth at Better Beginnings on a hippity hop. I learned that people can be really compassionate if they want to. And we saw that through the actions of all those people that I previously mentioned. And the most important thing that I learned at Better Beginnings was that I was special and that I had a future and I could be whatever I wanted to be. So now, hopefully, that I'm forgiven for all those other things I did, let's say 10 years ago. Actually, like 10 years ago. I'd like to say thank you to everyone. I want to say thank you to the teachers, to the staff, to the administrators, to all the people who support Better Beginnings. Because of all of your hard work, because of the effort that you put in every day, I was able to have a better beginning. And I believe that this community is so blessed to have an establishment as wonderful as Better Beginnings. And I am just excited about all the things that are going to happen at Better Beginnings. And I hope and I pray that you all continue to support them for the future and the bright beginnings that everyone who walks that door gets. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now I have the honor, again, of introducing someone who have watched grow And I just think you're in for a wonderful treat. And I want to thank her dearly for agreeing to come and entertain you tonight. I again ask you to please read all her great accomplishments. She's a Hightstown High School graduate. Finished. She has her master's now. And yes, I'm a little, I guess, really proud because she is my niece. But Danielle Horta is going to sing for you. And if you have not heard her sing, if you not have an opportunity to go to one of her operas, you will now enjoy this moment. Again, a wonderful treat. And Danielle, thank you, because I know that you have a full schedule. Thank you again for agreeing to do this for us. Thank you. Thank you again, Danielle. Thank you very much. Again, her name's already been on Boardwalk, and I'm sure she's going to Broadway and Boardwalk. I'm sure that she will continue to grow in her fame. And again, thank you all for allowing us to have her here today, entertaining. And I guess we turn the program over to Mr. Cook.
Wow. Could you hear it? You could hear a pin drop in this room when she was saying, wow. Phew. Little bit of Broadway in East Windsor. The program, I don't know how to follow this. That was just unbelievable. But you heard it here first. Ladies and gentlemen, may I remind you one more time that the silent auction is still underway, and we still have the surprise boxes that only cost $20. And we need you all, right now, to form an orderly line. Form an orderly line and walk up and buy one of those surprise boxes. We're not going to resume this presentation this evening until they're all gone. Hello. The winner of the 140th running of the Kentucky Derby is, do you have a drum roll? No? Chrome. C-H-R-O-M-E. Chrome. Won the Kentucky Derby. All the line is gone. The silent auction is still running. And the surprise boxes are still here. Part 2 of the trivia contest right after or during dessert. Right now, I would like, it is my pleasure to reintroduce the Mayor of East Windsor, Janice Mironov, and the Mayor of Hightstown, Steve Kirson.
Before we start the awards, I do just want to recognize some individuals that we do have here. Got to tell you right at the beginning that my rule is, for those of you who know me, I introduce currently elected officials. And I don't go beyond that. That way I don't get into trouble, but I apologize to anybody that doesn't fit under that, and I'm not introducing, but thank you all for being here. I want to note at the time I do it, I'm going to also note people who've had to leave. Our county executive, who's been a great supporter of the town and always at these events, Brian Hughes, was here and did have to leave for a family commitment, so we certainly thank him. We have with us from the New Jersey legislature, our state senator, Linda Greenstein. And Assemblyman Daniel Benson. I also want to note that we had several freeholders here who, again, had other commitments, but let me just recognize them. Freeholder Ann Cannon, who was by early, is not feeling well tonight. She normally is the first and last person here at these events, so we miss her tonight. Also, Freeholder Sam Frisbee, Freeholder John Cimino, and Freeholder Anthony Carabelli all were here. We certainly thank them for their support. But we've kept the top of the board. He is still with us, the president of the board, Andrew Coons, who also is at our high school locally, so it's good to have him here. From the borough of Hightstown, Council Member Larry Quattroni, and Council Member Steve Missoura. Okay, and from our own council, we have the Deputy Mayor Alan Rosenberg, Council Member Hector Duke, Council Member Mark Lippman, Council Member Perry Shapiro, Council Member Peter Yeager, and yes, we will be meeting right after the event to conduct our business, since we have all but one here tonight. Okay. So at this point, we're going to proceed with the awards, and Mayor Kirson has the honor to do the first.
Once again, good evening, everyone, and we're going to proceed with the presentation of the awards to the honored guests for the evening. First up is someone who's become a friend of mine, Dave Babcock. Yeah, let's say it. He's getting the honor as it says here, as an individual. I know he's an individual. We all know that, but and I'm not going to. It's a pretty long write-up on Dave. We all can read, I think, right? So that's I'm not going to read his stuff, but I've gotten to know Dave over the last 3 years, and he's really a great guy. First time I think I spoke to him, I happened to be on vacation. I was in Arizona, and I don't think he knew that. He called me to tell me that he's the chairman of the Harvest Fair, and he's trying to get a schedule. He tells me the date of the fair, and it was just 3 years ago. I said, Dave, that's great. It's on Yom Kippur. That's the high holy days for the Jewish folks. So kind of fixed my bill. But so we started out on a real high note. But Dave was able to adjust it, and we got another day. But he works real hard. He's tremendously dedicated. You can read all his involvements in the community that he's had over the years. But the Harvest Fair that I've known Dave for, he's spent an incredible amount of time, and I think anyone who's been to the fair knows how it's grown and the impact it's had on Hightstown, and everyone looks forward to it each year. And last year he said to me, I'm done. I'm not doing this ever again. He was beat, wiped out. So he told me 6-7 weeks ago, goes, let's get a meeting together and let's get the fair going. So you can't believe a word this guy tells you. That's the problem. But he is really sensational. He's done a lot of work in Hightstown. He's with the Masons. I think most people know that. And he's just continually involved full-time in the community. Sometimes to his the detriment of his own business, I believe. Could be true, right? Yeah. So, but nevertheless, he does put all that time in, and it's a tremendous amount of time he gives to the events, and I really appreciate it, and I think everyone does in October when the fair comes about. So I just want to make sure that Dave knows how much I appreciate him, and we thank you, and that's why you're getting the award tonight. Again, thank you, man.
On three. 1, 2. One more. Okay. 1, 2.
Dave's going to say a few words, right?
Very few. You said them all. Thank you for this recognition. It goes to a lot of people that work on the fair. It's not just me doing the work. I appreciate the words that you said, and that's enough for me.
Okay, excuse me. The next award that we will be giving out tonight is for the 2014 Shining Star Organization Award. This is going to an organization that has shown tremendous commitment to education and to young children. They were founded in 1921 as an organization of women that were dedicated to volunteering and have grown to have about 300 members that are active and sustaining within the organization. Most importantly, and probably most relevant to tonight, they formed in 1985 a organization called Rockets, and that's not here. Here it is. Okay. I wouldn't have remembered what it stood for. Rockets, which stands for Raising Our Children's Knowledge by Educating Through Science. And they have made this a particular focus since that time in putting forward and implementing and promoting programs that focus on improving the math and science skills of preschool children. And we all know certainly how important those skills are, both in and of themselves in this day and age, and also as training and developing our thinking and our approach to problems in certainly what has become a more and more complex society. They have provided many direct opportunities for children to take advantage of Rockets in the many years since 2005. They also have another particular aspect of their participation called DIOD, Done in a Day. And they have brought that here to Better Beginnings by, in 2013, April of 2013, sponsoring a Spring Science Day for the children at Better Beginnings. Spring was the theme, and they encouraged various activities and learning programs to help the children develop and hone their skills in math and science. Since 1997, this group has awarded over $150,000 in grant funds to over 100 organizations, basically dedicated to the area of early childhood education and literacy. They have distinguished themselves in many other ways through their diverse and many participations throughout our region, their interaction and support for many nonprofit and education groups, and as I've indicated, their particular focus on ensuring that young children are given opportunities, that literacy is made a high priority, and math and science are promoted through lots of fun and creative means for those young children. So tonight, we are very delighted and pleased to present the 2014 Shining Star Organization Award to the Junior League of Greater Princeton. And accepting the award tonight is Patty Thompson and Catherine Thorney. So if they would please come up. On to that. Coming closer.
Don't want that to fall. Good evening, everyone. My name is Catherine Thorney, and can everyone hear me? I'm the co-chair of the Children's Initiatives Committee within the Junior League. And Patty and I know we speak for all of our members of our volunteer organization when I say that we are truly honored to be here tonight receiving this award on behalf of the League. I personally am delighted to be here amongst all of you. I've had the honor of working with Better Beginnings, with Luz and her team over the course of the past 2 years. In that time, if you're not familiar with all of our programming, we've built a curriculum around building healthy children, all aspects of healthy kids. In the past year alone, we've brought in a nutritionist, a dentist, a yoga instructor. We've celebrated holidays with the children and birthdays. We've applied for grants, and we just this past holiday season were able to award or give the children their choice of shoes or boots or sneakers for the holidays. We've had a lot of fun working with Better Beginnings. Again, the true reward is getting to work with them day in and day out, or really month in and month out, with our Done in a Days and our monthly events. I have to say, every time I go to the school, in any classroom, whether it's the Smileys or what have you, I'm always greeted with a smiling child, a hug. The classrooms are colorful, bright, and happy. The children are truly cared for. They're loved, they're nurtured. It's just a happy place. And it goes without saying that we really appreciate this award tonight. And just to be a small part of that is truly fantastic. They love singing and playing, and all the while they just learned so much. So thank you so much. And I know Patty's going to just touch on a little bit about our league and provide a little context. Thank you.
I have the privilege of joining Catherine as a past president of the Junior League, and additionally as part of the first group that introduced Rockets. I started it down at the Trenton Head Start Trenton Head Start organization down in 2003, and all of this, bringing it up to Better Beginnings, really is a testament to what the Junior League is all about. Meeting the needs of underserved women and children in communities in the Middlesex, Mercer County areas, and finding a project that we can deliver to the school, get the staff up and running, get the children, and then have it up and running. And that's why we're able to move on from one organization to the next. So while I have not been involved in Better Beginnings, I'm certainly familiar with it. Catherine and I both coincidentally are from Cranberry. It's an organization we know. We know a lot of people here, and it's wonderful that Cranberry is a huge supporter of this organization in addition to the Junior League. And I guess I want to just close by saying, be a supporter. Educating our children at the preschool level and getting them ready for school is really crucial. And all of your attendance here and our organization working to make these kids ready for school is better for all of us in the end. So thank you very much on behalf of the Junior League, and thank you to both mayors.
The next award goes for the Business of the Year. I don't know if that was for the Business of the Year or not, but it's going to be the Hightstown Diner. And the reason, the diner wanted to be here tonight, but it's not readily transportable, so it didn't show up. Perry and Georgia are going to slowly ramble up here. And the Business of the Year, the diner's been around for so long, and I think I look around and I know I see people, it's just an institution. It's like eating at home. Scott, where are you, right? He only has 21 meals a week there, so it's not frequent enough. But these guys have numerous times have closed the business down to have fundraisers. It costs them money to do that because they're closing their business down to make sure that organizations within the community have the opportunity to have programs and raise funds for whatever their program is about. And they do that willingly, and we're very appreciative. But again, I think everyone who has frequented the diner knows it's like eating at home. It's going in, sitting in your own kitchen, and very friendly. You get to see all your friends there. And Terry made me say that to make sure everyone knows the food is glory. I had to say that. So 20% off if you show up with a program. But seriously, it's just it's a part of the community, and I think everyone who shows up realizes that very readily. So I want to bring these guys forward and thank them very much.
First off, I want to thank everybody. Thank you to Mr. Grubb and Mrs. Grubb over there for nominating us. I'd like to thank the board for accepting us and being nominated, and it's a very humbling experience, very nice experience. But for me standing up here and accepting this, I wouldn't be right without acknowledging my parents. If you don't know, my parents were the diner for about 30 years, and they paved the way, and that's how we do it. So between that and then my sister who couldn't be here today, had a major part in this as well. you know, my parents paved the way, my sister paved the way, and then me and George are just fools who were just following that path and, you know, doing what we're doing. And, you know, I have a big, strong belief. I live here, I work here, I sleep here, my kids are going to school here. You know, I got to look at this guy almost every day. So, you know, you have to help out your town. There's only no other way but to, you know, be a part of the community, help people out, and that's what it's all about. That's what we were raised, and that's how we were taught. So thank you again, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
On three. 1, 2. One more. 1, 2.
Thank you.
Okay. We were going to ask him later how the food here was tonight. Last award here this evening is for the Lifetime Achiever Award. And I think I will have him up. I'll speak first. Kind of climaxes that way. You know, let me tell you, though, that this person who's going to be receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award tonight, I've known him for a few years, very fond of him, but I have to tell you that I walk in here tonight, he gives me a very warm welcome. Then he says, you know, Mayor, I got a pothole around the corner. Is that true? It is true. Okay. So, you know, tells you something about the life of a mayor and also something about our awardee. He grew up in this area. He has been a resident of East Windsor Township for over 40 years. Went through the East Windsor School District. He distinguished himself during that time in many ways. He has since been recognized and inducted into the Hall of Fame, both as an individual and team player. He excelled in many sports during his time in high school. He also has been inducted into the Mercer County Hall of Soccer. His work experience also reflects the kind of commitment and the kind of feelings that he has about the sort of thing that he wants to do and where he wants to contribute. He worked for the Jamesburg Home for Boys. He also worked for Job Corps in Edison. He was a teacher for approximately 35 years in the Plainfield School District. He is someone that has given a great deal of his time, both through his work and both through his communities. He runs the summer program at Dawes Park in Hightstown, and he is someone that is always available to young people in our community. He's looked up to as a friend, as a mentor. He's always there to be available to talk to provide guidance, to help provide activities and opportunities for young people to enjoy themselves, to learn. He's affectionately often called Uncle Larry, although I've never tried that myself. And you know, the reason at the end of the day that we're all here is because we all feel so strongly about young people and making sure that they get the proper start in life, that they get the proper type of education, that they get the proper type of values, that they get the proper type of models to follow as they go through their lives. And certainly tonight we have somebody who has stood up as a real example, a real model, and somebody who has touched so many young people throughout his career, throughout his volunteer activities here in East Windsor and Hightstown. And on behalf of Better Beginnings and myself and Mayor Kirson, we're all very honored and very excited to call up our honoree tonight, who will be receiving the 2014 Shining Star from Better Beginnings for Lifetime Achiever, Larry Gunnell. few words.
They told me I had to say 2 words.
Few words.
Thank you. I'm grateful, and I'm very humble about this award. Thank you very much.
Popularity.
Okay. Okay, at this point, I'd like to ask all of our honorees tonight to please come on back up, and let's give them a huge applause. We'll do this and then... Let's go. Where's the junior? Where's the junior folks? Ah, here they go. Now you should just have your.
Too many pictures.
Yeah, this will be a nice one.
Wait a minute.
There we go.
Sorry, I counted the words.
That's all right. Answer.
On 3. 1, 2. One more. 1, 2. Gotcha.
Now stay up. I want you to stay up here. Yeah, I'd like to, at this point, with our honorees remaining up front, I'd like to call up for an additional presentation from our Board of Chosen Freeholders of Mercer County, President and Freeholder Andrew Coons.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you very much. For all of you, on behalf of the Board of Freeholders, we do have these certificates of honor that we've prepared. Like Mayor Kirson, I'm not going to read them, but unlike Mayor Kirson, I'm not going to throw them. But they are for Mr. Babcock, for Mr. Gunnell, for the Junior League of Greater Princeton, and also for Hightstown Diner, expressing the appreciation of the Board of Chosen Freeholders for what you've done for this community and for our county as a whole. And we enjoy coming to this event. The freeholders are here, at least one of us, every time the event is held. I'm particularly appreciative and enthusiastic about Better Beginnings, particularly as it got its start in 1967, because frankly, I got my start in 1967, and just anything that starts in 1967 I think is kind of neat. But as a teacher at Hightstown High School, where I spend most of my days with your children, our children face a lot of challenges in education today. Children over all the years have faced challenges to education, but I think in particular today. And what Better Beginnings does to prepare our kids for their high school education and beyond really improves our ability in the schools to teach. And I just want to express my appreciation to Better Beginnings for all that they do, as well as my appreciation to all of you for what you do. And thank you all for attending, and thank you for inviting us and making us part of the event. Thank you both to Mayor Kirson also and to Mayor Mironov. Have a very good spring. It's finally started. Thank you.
I also just want to recognize and give them just a moment to very briefly congratulate the winners, Senator Linda Greenstein and Assemblyman Dan Benson, who have been regulars here, and we appreciate their attendance. And their checks.
Thanks, Mayor. Thank you, mayors. We so appreciate being here today to congratulate the winners, and of course to congratulate Better Beginnings on the wonderful job it does. I know that in these years that we've been coming, I'm so impressed seeing all the alumni of the school and what a wonderful job they've done in life, and that tells me that they had a better beginning. And I know that they did through this wonderful organization. So I want to congratulate everyone who's involved. I want to say how much I love the singing entertainment today, and to everybody who runs Better Beginnings, and to the mayors who support it and all the sponsors. Thank you all for doing such a great job.
I'll be really brief. I just want to thank the mayors, thank the staff and all the volunteers with Better Beginnings, and especially to the honorees.
Oh, thank you.
It's really what makes everything so special, and it's a great opportunity to celebrate our community, and it's really what Better Beginnings is all about. And so just want to wish so many more years of success. Thank you for all that you do. Good night.
All right, you're dismissed. Great job. Thank you.